I'm focusing a little bit more on the DSA. The DMA, Digital Markets Act, is a kind of complementary, a twin proposal that deals more with kind of complementing this framework, I would say, by looking beyond existing approaches in competition and antitrust law, which has been the main vehicle in the European Union of tackling anti-competitive practices. But the Digital Markets Act deals particularly with the so-called gatekeeper position that many platforms have, where they intermediate between a huge number of providers of information, goods, or services on the one hand, and an enormous volume of consumers on the other side. So this is in a summary, and just to maybe summarize what I wanted to say is that what the proposals collectively seek to better empower users and consumers through more meaningful information without overloading them with information. This is also a big issue in the digital space. Second, to empower regulators, in this case the European Commission, with kind of wide-ranging powers to hold platforms to account, including some of their internal processes. Second, to empower consumer protection organizations or other representative bodies, to have stronger legal standing in European courts, to protect consumers when there's widespread harm, of which we have some indications, and finally to offer a range of protections. I can go into more details directly aimed at better protecting consumers. Ex ante is the opposite of that, is that we create a framework that applies even prior to an abuse taking place. And this is a little bit, so it's an anticipatory framework. The advantage of such an approach, which is what we've tried to do in both the Digital Services Act and the Digital Markets Act, is the advantages, of course, of such an approach, and generally that this regulates an industry. Like in Europe, utilities are regulated, the energy suppliers are regulated, our financial sector is regulated, and this opposes a regulatory framework that is valid at all times without prior. Advantage of this is that it applies to all actors, not just the one company that may be abusing its dominant position. So it applies to a whole sector of similar companies. I think that there's scope for cooperation. I think that the DSA and DMA will have some global impact, because also we see this because of the number of jurisdictions who are approaching us at the moment, which is very large, and who are interested in understanding better from how they can work together with us and how they can kind of maybe adjust some of their rules. My main message there is that, of course, it's hard to copy-paste European rules because to other jurisdictions, but it's good to cooperate, certainly good to cooperate,